Gentlelady yields back. Ms. Spartz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Nowrasteh, do you believe we should have unlimited immigration to our country?
Unlimited? No.
So you believe that we need to limit number of immigrants?
Yes, I especially believe, security threats, people convicted or
So we should have some limit. Do you believe we should look at our immigration, how we can better serve our national interest?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And immigration to the U.S., legal immigration absolutely does that.
Okay, so we agree with you on some issues. Do you believe that our system is overwhelmed right now and it's extremely difficult to immigrate to this country legally?
It is extremely difficult and restrictive.
So
it
we
looks
have
like
some
a
agreement.
Soviet-style system.
Well, it's good that we have some agreement. Do you believe that what's happening in the border and how overwhelmed the border, it poses national security risks?
There are absolutely risks that are posed by it.
So we have a problem over there. You believe the border needs to be secured?
Yes, absolutely. And the way to do that is by expanding, I think, legal immigration.
Well, that is part of it because we need to have a better and look at that. But do we also need to make sure that we have proper border security, proper mechanism to deal with border security, whichever tools we can do that? Do you believe it needs to be secure border?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We do need a secure border. We should have a secure border. There are different perspectives of how to get there. In the same way that, Al Capone and a lot of organized crime was crushed by legalizing alcohol, I think that we can crush a lot of cartels and border crime and the chaos on the border, which is a travesty. The chaos is a travesty. Do that by increasing legal immigration to the United States to reduce the black market.
We have to look, it might have some effects, it depends how it is, but ultimately we are not right now created perverse incentive to human trafficking, drug trafficking, child labor, what's happening right now in places like Darien Gap. Is that correct? What we're doing is bad.
I would say that the immigration restrictions we have are an enormous subsidy to cartels and criminal organizations.
So we don't have disagreement on that. But let's talk a little bit about, I have an agreement, this problem being really punted for many years, and not just one president. But do you believe when president is not putting emphasis to help Border Patrol dealing with situation and not dealing right now where we have to overwhelm Border Patrol right now, it's magnified opportunities for cartel to take advantage of situation?
I think it's a perfect storm of many events. You have a very low unemployment in the United States, attracting large numbers of people coming in. I think that you have a restrictive system that makes it difficult for lawful people to come in. And I think you have other security issues that has resulted in a lot of the overwhelming, this overwhelming of Border Patrol. There is a lot of chaos. Nobody disagrees about that.
But do you believe, when my Democrat colleagues talking about comprehensive reform, it has to have a really significant conversation also over border security and how we can improve border security and be more innovative and make sure that we mitigate some of the risk and support our Border Patrol. Does it need to be part of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the best way to do that, the best way for Border Patrol and for the U.S. government to regulate the flow of people in the United States is to legalize it, because you can't regulate a black market.
But what I said, we can have a debate about legal immigration, but we also should have a debate how we can secure a border better, correct?
I agree, but I think they're linked. I don't think you can do one without the other.
And we should link, but unfortunately, we kind of having this chicken and egg situation where one side says we need to, because it's not. It needs to be a comprehensive solution, because this is not a joke situation on that border. It is a national security issue. It is a national security issue not just for border state. It's for all of the states, whether it's New York or Indiana, and now we allow also, cartels in China to really become a very material drug trafficking and fentanyl and what's happening in the country. It is going to be a big problem. So I hope you encourage your colleagues to look at the situation too, and look how not just, because we never have that conversation. We do it in politicking. And we have a very dangerous situation in the border. We have to acknowledge it as a country. I came here as a legal immigrant. This is country created by immigrants, but we need to have an orderly process. We cannot have anarchy with the country of law. Otherwise, we will become like third world country with cartels running the country, and we cannot let it happen. So I hope you will help me to talk to your colleagues, and I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. Mr.